Hey everyone, Damien Dudovic here from the Taduma Network once more, bringing you a 1 versus 1 Dawnfall Soulstorm game, on the Blood River map. So we've got Eldar commanded by B1G on the bottom, and more Eldar commanded by Baddock on the top. So it's good times indeed. So just having a look at the build orders. So we're seeing pretty standard build from the bottom Eldar player, although they're going for a Ranger squad to begin with, and second Guardian squad, yep, all pretty usual. And what do you know, we're actually seeing an identical build by the top Eldar player, so just see how well the execution will go of their rather similar strategies. And yeah, I haven't done a commentary in some time actually, so it might be a tiny bit rusty because I was getting a cable internet put in actually, so I'll be able to upload videos hopefully a bit faster even, so it'd be good as well. So interestingly though, just looking at top Elder player though, he's actually gone for a Warlock in one of his Guardian squads actually, so chances are he probably suspects that, actually what should I call him, B1G or Dizzle? Actually we'll call him Dizzle, alright. So he probably suspects that Dizzle is going to come out with Rangers as well, and indeed he is, and getting Cloak at the same time. As for Dizzle though, I'll just have a look. Yep, he's got a Warlock as well, so what do you know, they both suspect each other of going for Rangers. And yeah, it looks like they both have cloaked at roughly the same time as well. At the moment though, Baddock is on a bit of a defensive though, given that, wow, given that Dizzle's Rangers were able to get into his base a bit more, well, a bit sooner basically. And what do you know, they're managing to decap a point though, they're certainly ones who've run away, which is what they're doing at the moment. So, yeah, interesting play indeed. Baddock has certainly got his work cut out for him, but at the same time Dizzle did suffer some, or rather just a single Ranger got killed actually, which isn't too bad. So, and there you go. According to that voiceover, the darkness just passed as well, so they just should be just standing. Although as you can see, it looks like Baddock is now on the offensive though. Dizzle's certainly going to have to pull out there, as yeah, he won't be able to target Baddock's Rangers at all. Yeah, just looking at the economy, so 68 and 10 for Dizzle, 62 and 10 for Baddock. Okay, so yeah, looks like that's a bit of harassment. It might just make a bit of difference, especially in a mirror matchup. But yeah, see what happens I suppose. That's something I see every day. Guardians actually chasing after Rangers, which would be a rather bizarre battle to say the least. Although chances are, with enough Guardians, yeah, they'll most likely beat the Rangers in melee combat, especially with the Warlock attached. Well, it's really just the Warlock that would help win the match for them. And what do you know? Dizzle's actually letting his Rangers get into melee, but at the same time, Baddock has decided to flank from the left, and he's actually scoring quite a few hits on Dizzle's Guardians, so that's some pretty good manoeuvring by Baddock there, actually. Unfortunately, he's being forced to retreat from Dizzle's base. And just seeing what else they have. So we actually have Dizzle building a Farseer, which you don't see too often. And it looks like Baddock is just going for more of an economic-based build. So yeah, you don't normally see Farseers too often or this early on, actually. Given that they're a bit of a fragile hero unit, but they've got some pretty good support abilities, actually, so... Be the case. Looks like, there you go, looks like Farseer is finally out, and we'll see what difference they can make, actually. Actually, if the Farseer can get off a Psychic Storm at these particular Rangers, that might actually be able to turn the battle quite a bit. Although instead... Oh, what do you know? Okay, so they've actually gone for a Psychic Storm, wow, right on top of the Guardian squad. That was kind of surprising actually. Although they were able to wipe out a whole Guardian squad, and this squad does have a Guardian, does have a Warlock still attached. So as for the Farseer there, I reckon yeah, Dizzle might have done a bit better in actually targeting the Rangers, but what can you do? In case they're forcing them to retreat, and Baddock at the same time is a squad down, so certainly make a bit of difference. And we'll just see what Baddock has gone for. So he just seems to be going for more plasma generators, and so that's about it. So we'll just check out both of the players' economies. So 92 and 20 for Dizzle, and 104 and 40 for Baddock. Although I think that just changed actually. Oh yeah, 97 for Dizzle. Strange name actually, Dizzle or Dizzle. B1G, that might be his clan, or maybe it's after. I don't know. Either case, we'll call him Dizzle. Dizzle. Indeed. And what do you know, Baddock is actually going to be going to tier 2 before Dizzle, and he's actually going for more power plants still as well, so chances are we'll probably be seeing a bit more of a vehicle-based build from him, but only time will tell. As for Dizzle though, he's not building any more units. He might actually be going for a better economy as well. And what do you know, they're actually asking each other about their economies. I'll just check again, so... Okay then, so what do you know? Dizzle's actually gone ahead and requisitioned, and... Oh yeah, that's right. And yeah, Baddock has actually gone a bit ahead in power. And given that Baddock's gone for tier 2, probably be seeing vehicles, probably. This is only going to need something to take care of this army though. And yeah, it looks like the investment in the Farseer was actually a pretty wise decision actually by Dizzle. He's certainly been able to make full use of him. And what do you know, we've got Fire Dragons actually coming out for Baddock. Certainly wasn't expecting that, to say the least, and a Harlequin as well. So possibly Baddock might be anticipating vehicle play by Dizzle. But yeah, Dizzle's actually only going to tier 2 now, so won't see what he's going to do with that tier 2 build just yet. And there we go, nice little storm build going down as well. So Harlequin certainly got their work cut out for them. They're not going to be able to do too much damage, although I didn't see, but I think they managed to get off that Harlequin Kiss ability off, which basically does massive damage to a single infantry unit and causes all the other ones to take a bit of damage as well, but actually, probably didn't actually, from what I can say.
How can we help? The future seems so clear.
And there we go, so looks like Baddock's actually going to be doing some base harassment instead. Just see if he's going for vehicle. Ah, there you go, there's the support portal right there though. We don't have any vehicles coming out for them yet, but they're most likely going to be focusing on this attack first. This guy's got quite a bit of morale actually, although they're certainly losing it pretty quickly with a whole army shooting at him, as one might expect.
Enemy fire.
See, unfortunately that harassment didn't quite pay off though. That listing shrine is still alive and well, and it's actually getting repaired. And what do you know, Dizzle's actually going for his own vehicle production plants. First vehicle to come out for Baddock is the Falcon Grav tanks, so... Given where these... Okay, I thought he was going to put the Fire Dragons in it to do a bit of harassment, but yeah, looks like he's just put the tank out. Hasn't upgraded to Star Cannon yet though, so he might just be... Ah, there we go, I just saw some troops go in there, so yeah, we'll most likely be seeing some good old-fashioned harassment. As for Dizzle's getting pretty standard upgrades so far. There's the Harlequin, he might want to pull back actually, he's not going to be able to do too much, as you can see. Or is it a she? Well, in any case, he won't be able to do too much. Dying rather horribly there, as you can see. Although, what do we have here though? A bit of harassment by Baddock has actually caused Diesel's point to get its listing post destroyed, so not bad harassment indeed. And at the same time though, Grav Tank is going to be doing a bit of damage as well. Well, interesting enough, we have a couple of support platforms in the middle there, which is a bit puzzling, especially against such a mobile race such as Eldar. The Falcon Grav Tank just jumped over the both of them, and as you can see, yeah, we've got a bit of damage being done by Baddock's Fire Dragons actually, so if you focus fire on this plasma generator, or possibly this one, he might have been able to destroy one more, but As you can see, for whatever reason, he decided to go for the webway assembly instead and only did a tiny bit of damage to that instead of going for power plants, maybe being able to destroy it. Diesel is actually going to be building a support platform, but that's the thing with static defense, they can only cover so much of the base, especially when you have buildings all over the place like this particular Elder plate does. So we've got a Falcon Grav tank with star cannons, so he's actually going to be serving as fire support for Diesel. And there you go, that's something I don't see too often, Fire Dragons fighting Fire Dragons, which is kind of funny really. Although Diesel certainly would want to repair this listening shrine, and there you go. Even though this game has been is only recording, he somehow managed to hear me say that while he was playing all those I don't know, days or whatever that before I actually saw the comments. So there you go, there you go. Yeah, we've got warp spiders coming out from Baddock. Just see what upgrades it's got. So he's going for maximum warp spiders and not much else. Although, what do you know, Diesel's also going for a couple of warp spider squads as well. Yeah, got a pretty good defense set up by Baddock actually. He's got a minefield somewhere here, but the problem is though that these fire dragons, as you can see, that just don't get disrupted at all. So even though they have mines exploding around them, they're just standing there and taking it. And look, there you go, looks like the bottom right relic was decapped, so Baddock is most likely in the lead. I'll just check. Yep, he is. Not entirely sure why exactly he's meleeing this shrine, but there you go. These fire dragons might be caught out a bit, so these warp spiders warping in, and if Baddock actually has this I can't remember what upgrade they call it. In either case, the upgrade that gives them haywire grenades. I guess we could just call it the haywire grenade upgrade. And they can actually chuck a grenade onto this Falcon Grav tank and yeah, either take it out or reduce itself quite a bit actually. It's pretty similar to the melter bomb used by the Assault Space Marines. But no, unfortunately it looks like Baddock does not have the haywire grenades equipped. And yeah, he's actually just sitting there and taking a damage, which is kind of surprising there. That Falcon Grav tank is relatively fragile, but yeah, as you can see, it certainly gets the job done. As for Baddock, I'm not entirely sure why exactly he didn't use the Bright Lance on the Falcon Grav tank, so it would have helped to destroy it. But there you go. It's interesting, the Farseer has actually been deployed to the bottom right there, so possibly Diesel or Diesel, or whatever, is actually expecting a counterattack there. But nope, that's not the case. And what do you know, we're going to be getting some Wraith Lord action by good old Baddock here, and nothing much from Diesel. He's just going for what I'm pretty sure is his third. Yep, his third Warp Spider squad.
We hold the objective.
And yep, bottom right has been capped as well, so yeah, both sides just licking their wounds a little bit and asking again about the eco. Oh, interesting. And there you go. Looks like Baddock's got a nice little Wraith Lord out, and what do you know? He's actually going to be getting the Bright Lance upgrade to it as well, or for it, should I say? So, let's just have a look at their army composition while they're just sitting around doing nothing. So, Diesel does have a bit of an advantage of his Farseer when it comes to command units. He'll be able to do a bit of area effect damage, especially if these Warp Spiders clump up though. And yeah, we've got 3 Warp Spider squads for each player, and Fire Dragons, yep, so 2 Fire, or rather 1 Fire Dragon squad each. So it's actually relatively even, so the only major difference I'm seeing so far is that Diesel has a Farseer out, and Baddock has his, there we go, his Wraith Lord out, which I'm pretty sure will do a lot of damage to the Farseers. Although, a bit hard to tell who would win though, depends on the supporting troops and all that. Although, what do you know though, Diesel is actually deciding to do a bit of harassment, and the main battle has finally started as well. So we'll just see if we can get a bit of view of it. There we go. Oh yeah, I suppose Baddock's also got the Bright Lance platforms while Diesel doesn't. So there you go. Warp Spider versus Warp Spider, and looks like Baddock is actually being forced to retreat there. His Warp Spider's actually suffered quite a bit of damage. And there you go, Farseer is joining as well to do a bit of damage to the Bright Knights platforms, of course. And down goes the listing post for Diesel, although at the same time though, as you can see on the top right, we've got some harassment being done as well. And we've got a Seer Council being brought in by Baddock as well, so that's something come in handy. It's interesting, you don't usually see a Seer Council being used without a Farseer, because the Seer Council, well, actually, sometimes you do, but not as often really. But anyway, the good thing about the Seer Council, of course, is that the Farseer's cooldown on their abilities actually gets reduced by quite a bit for each, I can't remember if it's for each member of a squad or if it's just a squad-based bonus. But in either case, yeah, it's pretty useful to have your Farseer in a Seer squad. Which is just interesting that Baddock decided to get a Seer squad and Dizzle decided to get a Farseer. It's too bad they just couldn't combine those together, but there you go. For whatever reason though, Dizzle's not treating his Falcon tank though. Yep, there we go, now he is. And away he goes. Barely able to survive that. So I actually managed to do a bit of damage actually to Diesel. Oh sorry, not to Diesel, to Baddock. Well at the same time though, Diesel was able to hold on to his point, so that's not too bad actually. Onto his listing post. Oh, not listing post, but strategic point in his own base, that's not too bad. But at the same time, we've got a sort of counter attack by Diesel, so the ball's certainly in his court at the moment. Or Baddock's court, I suppose you could say, because he needs to react to this at some point. So, for whatever reason though, he's not repairing his Wraith Lord, not entirely sure why.
Thank you for delivering us safely.
We do have 2 more Wraith Lords coming out, both of them to be equipped with good old-fashioned Bright Lancers. So I don't think, not so sure if Bright Lancers are the best upgrade, unless if they go for vehicles or buildings, but we haven't seen too much damage being done from them except to destroy the Listing Shrine. But at the same time though, given the engagement range and the fact that it's a static building, they could have just as easily walked up to this Listing Shrine and yeah, knocked it over in good old hand-to-hand combat. Yes, there you go. So it looks like Baddock does realise that this particular Wraith Lord doesn't have too much health because he walked it over for a few meters, maybe trying to get it to walk off the damage. So just a couple of scratches, just walk it off there. But yeah, unfortunately it's not going to do the trick though. And there we go, looks like got mobilised for wall research, tier 3 for Diesel, and as a Baddock, not too much at the moment, though he is rebuilding his Seer Council without a Farseer, so they will be able to see too far, I suppose. Nah, never mind. It's interesting, looks like Baddock's actually using this Wraith Lord to do a bit of scouting, or possibly a bit of harassment. I don't know how much damage it's going to be able to do. Bit of a waste really though, but there you go. Probably would have been better off sending in everything at once rather than sending in his troops piecemeal, because as you can see, Warp Spiders, they didn't really have too much of a meat shield once that Wraith Lord was destroyed. Although finally we do have a couple of other Wraith Lords coming into the fight, and yeah, it looks like both players are fully committing to this battle. At the moment though, it looks like Baddock is suffering a bit of damage. His Warp Spiders are just getting torn to shreds there, and I suspect that's most likely due to the fire control being applied by Dizzle. He's most likely directing all of his Warp Spiders to target one single group of Warp Spiders rather than letting them disperse their damage, so to speak. Yeah, it's interesting, it looks like Baddock has only used his Wraith Lords just to do a bit of melee harassment and to do a bit of ranged damage as well. It might have just been better off maybe getting a couple of Wraith Lords for melee damage and using Fire Warriors, or Fire Dragons, sorry. Fire Warriors is what Tail has. But anyway, using Fire Dragons to do the anti-vehicle damage. Although, Wraith Lords are pretty versatile though. The only thing they can't really do too well is, well they can't do it all really, well not too well when they get the Bright Lance upgrade, is the range damage towards their infantry. Otherwise, you upgrade them. They do pretty well in melee. They do pretty good against vehicles and buildings in ranged stance with with the bright lights, yeah. But yeah, in any case, I didn't seem to help him too much, unfortunately. And yeah, it looks like Bardic is going to lose his list post. And what do you know, an actual Seer Council has been built by good old Diesel. And we'll just see where he is. So there we go, him most likely be joined by the good old Farseer. It's interesting. It says on the description it does no damage, but as you can see, this Falcon Grav tank has been destroyed pretty handily just from that beam from the Bright Lights platform. So yeah, relatively quiet at the moment, so I'd say though, given the current troop compositions, if Diesel attacked now, he'd most likely be in a pretty good position. The only thing I'd have to watch for, of course, is going over this river, so he definitely would want to get his Warp Spider squads up to the edge of the river and yeah, teleporting them across so that they don't suffer under that negative cover. And by the looks of it, looks like both players are actually at tier 4. And what do you know, an avatar has actually been built by Diesel. That's good. The Falcon Grav tank has actually decided to cross the river first, and unfortunately it's going to get killed along with that Harlequin, which wasn't able to do too much damage. So for whatever reason though, Diesel is keeping his Warp Spiders in the river. Trying to see too often, and he was able to still use the Eldritch Storm ability, which is like a better version of the regular Psychic Storm ability on the opposing enemy squad, so yeah, not too bad at all actually. So got quite a melee going on there, although the Farseer coupled with the Seer Council most likely be able to clean up though. Bit of a close battle though. In fact, from what I can see, Diesel's actually, yeah, he's down to a single squad. Wow. So he's definitely going to want to retreat his Seer Council. They're certainly going to be overwhelmed with ranged firepower there. And yeah, we've even got Baddock's Seer Council doing a bit of damage as well. So not too bad at all. So yeah, will they retreat? Yep, looks like they slowly will. So the Farseer barely retreating with a sliver of health, but look at that. Looks like the good old avatar of Cain has come out. And we finally got haywire grenades. Actually, hang on, what is it actually called? Warp Spider equipment, okay. Warp Spider equipment being researched, but the problem is we don't have any Warp Spider squads out for the for Diesel, so what do we? Oh, there you go, we do have a single squad out. So might have been done a better job to actually get them out before that, but before the previous battle, but there you go. And we're just having a look. Baddock actually has 2 and okay, so yeah, he's got 2 critical locations, one in the middle, one on the right actually, although that's been decapped. Suffering some pretty heavy losses in the process though, and yeah, it looks like the entire Seer Council and Farseer has actually been wiped out, although Diesel does have the Avatar of Cain out, which will be... don't know if that's been revealed yet actually. Doesn't look like he's suffered any damage though, so yeah, it's possible that if he comes out, he might actually be a bit of a surprise against Baddock. I didn't quite see that, if he was spotted or not. Yeah, we do have a Fire Prison coming out for Diesel as well, and yep, looks like the Avatar of Cain has certainly been spotted, so he's going to be slowly marching across, trying to do a bit of melee damage at the same time, being followed up by Fire Prisms and a couple of Warp Spider squads as well, so haywire grenades will certainly be able to make a difference there. So yeah, it's possible that the attack on the top right might have just been a bit of a distraction while Diesel makes his Avatar of Cain. Because yeah, it's just certainly being able to do a bit of damage. So yeah, it's a pretty good combination actually, Avatar of Cain with Fire Prisms. Fire Prisms, as you can see, do quite a bit of range damage, and the Avatar of Cain, of course, does quite a bit of melee damage. And what do you know, we're about to see another river crossing perhaps. A good old Diesel. Yep, looks like they're going to cross the river once again. So I definitely want to teleport his warp spiders over, as opposed to just walk them over. I'm not entirely sure why they aren't doing that, in fact. And yeah, as you can see, the Avatar of Cain was actually being slowed down. Pretty smart move by Baddock. So yeah, looks like he was using that Shuriken platform to do that. And yeah, he's actually seen that the Avatar of Cain has finally crossed the river, and yeah, he's decided to retarget it. And yeah, he's actually targeting his warp spiders instead. Yeah, some interesting back and forth action indeed. And yeah, Diesel's Avatar of Cain is certainly going pretty strong actually, so certainly a pretty good choice in this instance. You don't usually see them being deployed that readily, and it might seem a bit counterintuitive to deploy a slow melee unit against a pretty fast race, but when you couple him with ranged units like the Fire Prism and the Warp Spiders, then yeah, as you can see, it actually does a pretty good job. And as you can see, we got the Seer Council and the Farseer out somewhere. Yeah, there we go, right there as well. Casting another Eldritch Storm as well, doing a bit of damage as you can see. Even wiping out a power plant and possibly a couple of other buildings that I just missed a bit earlier on. So yeah, Baddock does have a single Fire Prism there, but I don't think it's going to be able to make too much difference, especially with the Hayfire grenades being chucked by good old Diesel. So there you go, down he goes. While Diesel's own Fire Prisms are still alive and strong. Yeah, pretty good game indeed by these two intrepid players. Certainly some couple of mistakes being made, but yeah, there you go. Overall, pretty good. And interesting enough, Baddock actually has a majority of the critical locations captured again, although I don't think that's going to be doing him too much good actually. So there we go. Yeah, first game in a bit of a while, and yeah, not such a bad commentary if I do say so myself. Just seeing the base getting mopped up there, and boom, down it goes. So yeah, complete annihilation as you can see. That's interesting. Don't normally see these craters or whatever the hell they are, marks on the ground, I guess. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully I'll be uploading this replay and one more replay a bit later on. So until that happens, this has been Damien Davidovich signing off.